This is Changelog 10 for Heist, the 11th in my series about what's changed and what's new in the game this week. Last week I overhauled the renderer to add transparencies, and this involved making some changes to how the user interfaces are painted by the renderer. This week, whilst I was already working on the user interfaces, I decided to add in support for in-world UIs, so I can have things like code pads that the player can look at and click on specific buttons to input code. The old input system for UIs was really hacked together and only handled the most basic case of a UI which covers the full screen in 2D. This was good enough for menus and for the HUD, but I had to totally rip it out and build a new system for three-dimensional input. Under the new system, when a mouse click or movement is triggered, a ray is projected into the physics engine and the item where the ray hits is picked out of the world. If that item is a user interface, then the mouse coordinate is projected from the screen into the coordinate frame of the UI, and then a click is injected. So I've got this comically large demo code panel that I've been messing around with, and this has been my test case over the week. Don't forget that this panel is just a web page, and the buttons just listen for click events like a normal web page. Under the hood it's all just jQuery. So whenever I press the use key, a click event is picked up by the input system, it's projected into the physics engine, this panel is selected from the physics engine, and a click is triggered, and I've highlighted all of my clicks with this expanding bubble so you can see what's going on. If I start tapping out a code, it will appear on the screen. And if I press accept, the code is invalid, and so it shows an error alert and clears the screen after a few seconds. Awesome. Next week I'm going to be getting this system integrated with the electronic infrastructure which I integrated a couple of weeks ago, so that the code panel can accept messages from the infrastructure, things like turn on, turn off, set a new code, as well as send messages to the infrastructure like correct code entered or incorrect code entered. Once that's done, I'll have all the basis for building player interactable alarm systems right into the world. That's it for this week. If you'd like to keep up with the latest news on the project, you can follow me on Twitter as Martin D. Evans, you can follow my development blog at martindeevans.me, or of course you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.